Good day everyone, hope you're all doing well. It's the 27th of February and in this video I want to talk about the Revolution case, or rather how it's behaved over these past 2.5 weeks since it first released on February 10th. I'm going to talk about how I've been fairly successful. If you can recall, with my video that I've uploaded over here, I wasn't the fastest with my buy order, and to give you some extra context, I was scrambling. I wasn't actually super ready when I first realised, oh wow, the new case is coming. Wasn't the most prepared, unfortunately, but I was prepared enough. So I literally refreshed, saw the case hadn't appeared yet. I thought, okay, hang on a minute, I could quickly pull out Streamlabs and record. I did that. I was like, hey. Quickly refresh the case, it immediately appeared, and that's why the case buy order is immediately there in the video, so that's an extra little bit of context. But that's the point, I was fast enough. Even though there's loads of buy orders not already, 2.5 weeks later, I'm now profiting very nicely. I'm getting all those delicious profits from the case. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about what you might do if you're in a very similar position in the future. So let's get straight to it. Revolution case, right now selling for $2.50 with 22,770 quantity on the Steam market. It's been 17 days since this first released. Let's go talk about its progress. So if you can remember, I did a 1,888 quantity buy order. Very cool. And well, last night it was like this. I was in this position, I just kept buying tons and tons and tons of cases all of a sudden. Well, I was anticipating it, but yeah, my buy order of 86 pennies in my currency, which is pound sterling, is to the equivalent of $1.04 at the moment. I really probably should have just done a pound. Now, pound sterling is a stronger currency compared to the euro and the dollar at the moment, so I'm sure you can understand that, yeah, it's just faster to just do a pound. I should have done that. And there's a bit of I guess a jokey, unfortunate reason, because something happened because of this, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Now, basically, what I'm going to sit here and say is, right, so you've done a very quick buy order for a brand new case, and now you're buying the cases at a very cheap price compared to what they're selling for on the Steam market right now. What do you do? So first of all, and I've said this many times in the past, do you notice how it keeps going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down? What's going on here? Right, well, there's a very simple, understandable thing to point out to you right here. You might notice that these keep going up at a certain time, down at a certain time, up at a certain time, down at a certain time. What's going on? Well, quite simply, when the price is going up, Europe is asleep. This is early in the morning in Europe. And when Europe is awake, loads of people playing the game again, loads of these new cases are being found. So this whole thing that I'm about to talk about is only relevant to a brand new case if you have an early buy order in it. So let's say you've bought a ton of these cases, like I did. When do you want to sell your cases? You want to sell them when Europe is asleep. So I'm saying you want to sell your cases between 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. For most of Europe. That's when you should do it. Now, for me, I just had to get up very early in the morning and sell them. You know, that's the price for success. Because doing that got me an extra 20% of profit, you know, and that adds up very nicely. So, as you can see here, I had over 200 Revolution cases right there. And the price during the day was getting quite cheaper for me because, of course, loads of Europeans were playing the game. And the price it was at for me yesterday was going down to about $1.90 something. Now, for most of the day, the price was actually sitting at around $2.20. So this is another thing that I want to show you or talk about. Right now, it's Monday. All right, we just had a weekend. This is an extra little tidbit of information that I want to pass on to you. Usually with a weekend, what are people doing? Well, they have a lot of time off and they're not at work. They're playing CSGO. So more people are playing CSGO, and that means more cases were being found. So don't forget, and please understand, when more and more cases are being found, more and more of them are being thrown onto the Steam market, and everybody's going to start undercutting each other and undercutting each other and undercutting each other, and the price will gradually go down. So when that slows down, when people go back to work, there's not going to be as many cases being found. So gradually the price will pick back up again when it hits Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But what it depends on is, when did the case come out? So this is another thing that we have to tell you about, another little tidbit. The case came out on the 10th of February. Most people decided on that day that, okay, I've got to idle because there's a $30 case out there, and of course you would. Now, I idled, and I managed to get it once, and I sold it for $6. That's worth it for me. I was happy with that. But what you've got to understand is, tons of people were idling for this case when it first came out. But that means if loads of people were doing it on February 10th, their case drops will reset 7 days later. So you might notice a significant drop in price a week later. Do you see this little portion right here? Do you see how just before February 17th, this was selling for around $6.50? February 17th rolls in, and then it just gradually steeply goes down. So we went from here, and then we got to here. And from what you can see here, where it's a weekend as well, so add that together, and you can see it went down by half. So always keep that in mind. When it's very early on, that first week will see a significant drop in price because there's going to be a whole lot more of the cases being found. And as I said, more cases equals more people undercutting each other, which of course leads to the price of the case gradually going down. Very simple, shouldn't be hard to understand. So I've given you 3 significant lessons to understand with that. Sell when Europe is asleep. Be aware that the price might significantly go down during a weekend, but if you just wait until after the weekend, the price might actually gradually go up in price. And that is something I can confirm with today. I've seen it go back up about 10%, and maybe as of tomorrow, or Tuesday during the day, it might go up even more. But when we get that next reset, which will be in 3 days' time, this very likely will be going down in price again. So yeah, just be prepared for something like that. Now, that second note isn't always guaranteed, but it might be something that you want to, just remember. And of course, you've got to remember when the next resets are. So 10th, 17th, 24th. We don't have a 31st in February, do we? So they're 29, 30, 31. So yeah, this Friday, so Thursday going on Friday, the 3rd of March, we will see another significant amount of cases being found. And of course, we should expect the next sudden drop of price for this case. Now, it's not going to be a super massive drop. It might just be 10%. It might be 20%. But that's usually where it kind of goes. It goes zit, zit, zit. Now, the next thing that we have to be aware of is what's going to really cause it to go down in price. What's going to cause this case to go down in price? So, I actually kept track of the recall cases last year. So here we go, recall case progress. Now, after 4 weeks, the recall case was still selling above $2. It was still selling for around and just above $2 after 4 weeks. So we are 2.5 weeks in with the Revolution case, and at the moment, I think we're going to be in the exact same position. So in about 2 weeks' time, I wouldn't be surprised if, on average, this Revolution case will be selling for $2 as well. That is to be expected. What I'm also going to just quickly point out to you is on the horizon, something's happening in May time. I wonder what that is. Oh yeah, the CSGO Major, Paris 2023. So, we're about to get a whole lot of significant, interesting new content for CSGO, new CSGO packages, souvenir packages, that's what I'm going to say, sticker capsules, new stickers. Now, hopefully they might be interesting stickers, or maybe they won't, depending if they are or they aren't. Will depend on how much of an impact it will have on all of the current CSGO content that we have, namely the brand new case. So when that happens, wouldn't be surprised if that kind of is the nail in the coffin that causes this to eventually go down below $1 in price. So that's on the horizon. But with the likes of the recall case, it was still selling above $1.50 after 2 months. Now, we didn't see anything for a long time when the recall case first came out, because it came out in like July. And then, of course, we had August, and then we had September. We didn't have another major tournament until November. Yeah, that's correct. No, October, at the very end of October, mostly November. So you get the idea. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Revolution case very likely will be holding up its value for a decent amount of time, but when that new content appears, it will go down in price. So that also applies to pretty much everything CSGO related. So, yeah, you never know. We might randomly get a new operation. I wouldn't assume that, but could happen. So yeah, that also would affect the price of this as well. So yeah, just be aware of these extra little things, and hopefully that will help you out. So let's now talk about my situation. So as you can see here, last night I was buying a lot of these cases, and of course I was at a point where I had over 200 of them. I am selling these for pretty much triple the price. So if I go over to here, I believe, oh, you just saw that. What was it? Page 15. And then we'll just go a little bit more right, a little bit more right, a little bit more right. So you can see I sold all my cases, but here's the nice contrast, the difference. Can you see that? You see that? So I bought it for 74 pennies and I'm selling it for a much better price. I'm earning like $1.50 profit for every single case I'm buying here. And that's working out very nicely. But of course, with such easy profit, with the money printer, that's gonna add up, isn't it? Yes, it is. I've had to buy things just to be able to continue selling these cases. And yes, you have to. Why would you turn down this significant profit? They're not going to be selling for these prices forever. It will be going down in price. You will need to buy things just so you can continue selling these at great prices. So what might you do? Well, first of all, is there a game you want? Go ahead, buy all the games that you want. I bought Elden Ring last night because I thought, why not? Because that might be quite a fun thing for my Twitch stream. So, yeah, there we go. That's a fun thing. What else might you want to buy? I don't know. Krakow 2017 autograph capsules. They went up in price significantly last year. They are a significant price, but with the amount of profits I'm making, as you can see over here, it's... yeah, I keep buying these cases and I'm going to sell them for $1.50 profit each. It will add up and I will need to buy things. So maybe these prices aren't too scary. It doesn't bother me too much. I'll go grab a bunch of them. And if they do jump up significantly again this year, much like they did last year, then all good. I'm looking for things to treat like bonds. I want to put my money away, and if I do want to cash out in the future, I will very likely get my money back, or, at least get some very nice profit, maybe. You get the idea. So that's an investment really as well, isn't it? Maybe you just want to invest into a case that literally only just became rare. Clutch case. Now this already went up a significant amount, but it doesn't really look like it's changing that much. Maybe it'll go down a bit, maybe it'll go up a bit, but in the long term, it's probably not going to go down a significant amount, This new case, the Revolution case, has the same gloves, and I don't think any other case will have the same gloves as this anymore, so maybe it's a good thing to approach. Maybe there's another case to approach, you never know, but if you put a little bit of research in, you'll figure that out. Maybe you want to buy your dream knife. Well, actually, funnily enough, this isn't actually a good idea because at the moment, this is at its all-time highest price. And I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to go down in price. So at the moment, this actually isn't a good idea. But yeah, I was just trying to make a joke about, your dream knife. It's a gut knife. Haha. But yeah, just look around. Just try and see which knives a lot of people want and see if it's a good time to buy in. But at the moment, as of the very end of February, it doesn't look like that's the case. So yeah, ever since just after Christmas, a lot of prices have been going up. So yep, that's normal. So you're just gonna have to look around, but try and figure out what things you might want to buy. Think about the long term. Buy some things. Hold on to it. You get the idea. Just make sure you are selling these cases. You have to sell these cases whilst they're selling for their very good prices at the time, because you're just kind of letting money disappear then, and you don't want that to happen, do you? You want to enjoy the money printer, buy all the things that you like, and yeah, maybe get some gifts for your friends. You get the idea. So just remember this. The prices of this case should be holding up quite nicely. In 2 weeks' time, it should still be around $2, and after 2 months' time, it should probably still be around $1.50 each. So, yeah, this is nice. This is cool. I hope that was reasonably helpful to you people. Now, here's the funny little thing. On my second account, yep, not that one. This one here, the second buy order, that's also buying cases. So, yeah, I am buying them up to $1. I'm also buying them up to $2, but in between, because I didn't put down £1, someone else actually did that in my server, Mr. Urban Cookie. He's in the position right wedged in between my buy orders, so people have learned from me, and he's in that same position, and I've taught him everything that I've just said in this video to him directly, and he seems to get the idea now, and, he's going to get whatever he wants. Maybe he wants to buy a Valve Index. Maybe he wants to get a Steam Deck. He can do that now. All because he was prepared enough and knew what to do and understood how this works. So if you want to learn more about that yourself, gentlemen, I have a playlist right here. It's not the first time I've greatly successfully made a lovely bit of profit out of a new brand new case. So yeah, Dreams and Nightmares, Recoil case. Yeah, it's all there. So gentlemen, thank you for watching. I've lost my voice. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me. I'm not going to die, don't worry. Thank you for watching me. I hope that was helpful, and we'll see what happens in the future. Let's see how much profit I make, and maybe I'll start giving away some more things on my streams. Oh, catch you later. Bye.